What if I told you that somewhere on this planet, there are birds so extraordinary they look like they don't belong to Earth at all? Creatures painted in impossible colors, shaped by millions of years of evolution, and living lives so rare that only a handful of people will ever witness them in the wild. Today on Top Bananas, we're about to uncover the 25 most incredible, beautiful, and rare birds in the world, from ghost-like hunters of the night to dazzling living jewels of the forest. Each one will leave you in awe. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Top Bananas and share this video, because what you're about to see might change the way you see nature forever. Position number 25, King Vulture. The king vulture looks like a masterpiece painted by evolution itself, an explosion of color where biology meets art. Its bare head is a living palette, glowing with gradients of saffron yellow, crimson red, burnt orange and deep violet, each hue serving a biological purpose in heat regulation and social signaling. Above its powerful hooked bill rises a fleshy caruncle, almost ornamental, yet deeply functional. With a wingspan stretching nearly 6 feet, it glides effortlessly over the tropical canopies of Central and South America, riding thermals with silent authority. Despite its regal appearance, this bird is nature's cleanup specialist. Its extraordinarily strong beak can rip through thick hides that defeat other scavengers, accelerating decomposition and preventing disease spread. In the grand ecological orchestra, the king vulture plays a vital, often overlooked role, turning death into renewal. Position number 24, Abyssinian ground hornbill, towering over the African savanna like a sentinel carved from shadow and flame. The Abyssinian ground hornbill commands attention with every step. Standing nearly 40 inches tall, it moves deliberately across the grasslands. Its long legs, built for endurance rather than flight. Its massive ebony bill, crowned with a casque, is both a weapon and a tool, while vivid patches of cobalt blue and scarlet skin glow against its dark plumage like tribal markings. This bird is not just visually striking, it's socially complex. Living in cooperative family groups, younger members assist in raising the next generation, a rare trait among birds. Its deep, resonant call, more felt than heard, can travel across vast distances, echoing like a drumbeat through the savanna. In both ecology and folklore, it stands as a guardian figure, a living embodiment of strength, intelligence, and ancestral continuity. Position number 23, Secretary Bird. With the posture of a dignitary and the precision of a martial artist, the secretary bird is honestly one of Africa's most extraordinary predators. Standing nearly 4 feet tall, it strides through the savanna with calculated elegance, and its long legs are adapted not for perching, but for striking. Black crest feathers fan from the back of its head like quill pens, giving it, an almost scholarly appearance. But beneath that refined exterior lies lethal efficiency. Instead of swooping from above like an eagle, the secretary bird hunts on foot, delivering rapid piston-like kicks that can crush or stun even highly venomous snakes. These strikes are so fast, they blur to the human eye, combining speed, force, and accuracy in perfect harmony. In a landscape where survival demands innovation, the secretary bird has evolved into a master tactician, an apex predator that, rewrote the rules of avian hunting. Position number 22, African jacana. At first glance, the African jacana seems to defy physics itself, gliding effortlessly across water as if gravity had, loosened its grip. This illusion is made possible by its extraordinarily elongated toes, which distribute its weight across floating vegetation like lily pads, allowing it to walk on water with astonishing stability. Its warm chestnut body contrasts beautifully with a sleek black head and a luminous blue bill, creating a striking visual harmony. Yet its biology is even more fascinating than its appearance. In a rare reversal of traditional roles, the female is larger, more dominant, and often mates with multiple males, while the males take full responsibility for nesting, incubation, and chick protection. When danger approaches, a devoted father can gather his chicks beneath his wings and sprint across the water's surface. In the jacana's world, nature rewrites both physics and family dynamics. Position number 21, Kakapo. The kakapo is not just a bird, it's really an evolutionary paradox wrapped in moss-green feathers. Native to New Zealand, this nocturnal parrot abandoned flight millions of years ago in favor of a grounded, slow-moving lifestyle. Growing up to 2 feet long and weighing nearly 9 pounds, it is the heaviest parrot on Earth. Its soft, speckled plumage blends seamlessly with forest undergrowth, offering near-perfect camouflage. Instead of flying, it climbs trees, using its strong legs and beak, descending with an awkward glide. But its most astonishing trait is acoustic. During mating season, males create deep, resonant booming calls that can travel several kilometers, echoing through the night like distant drums. Tragically, its evolutionary trust in a predator-free world became its weakness. Today, the kakapo is critically endangered, with every individual carefully monitored, a living relic of a forgotten ecological era. Position number 20. Hoatzin. The Hoatzin appears less like a modern bird and more like a fragment of prehistory that somehow slipped into the present. With its spiky crest, piercing red eyes and elongated body, it carries an almost reptilian aesthetic. Often called the stink bird, it possesses one of the most unusual digestive systems in the avian world, fermenting leaves in an enlarged crop, much like a cow's rumen. This microbial digestion produces a distinctive odor, making it, honestly, one of the few birds you could identify by scent alone. Yet its most astonishing feature emerges in its youth. Hoatzin chicks are born with functional claws on their wings, an ancient trait rarely seen in modern birds. When threatened, they leap into the water and climb back to safety using these claws. It's a survival mechanism that feels like a direct echo from the age of dinosaurs. Position number 19. Ribbon-tailed astrapia. In the misty highland forests of New Guinea, the ribbon-tailed astrapia moves like a living illusion, graceful, weightless, and almost unreal. The male's most defining feature is its extraordinary tail, two luminous white streamers that can extend up to 3 feet, far exceeding the length of its own body. These feathers trail behind it in flight like strands of silk, catching light and motion in a hypnotic display. Its body, dark and iridescent with subtle green reflections, serves as a perfect contrast to the delicate brilliance of its tail. During courtship, every movement becomes a performance, every glide a carefully choreographed display of beauty and precision. In a world shaped by survival, the astrapia represents something more, evolution driven by aesthetics, where beauty itself becomes a strategy. For a fleeting moment, it feels less like a bird and more like a passing comet. Position number 18. Bearded vulture. High above rugged mountain ranges, where the air thins and silence dominates, the bearded vulture reigns as a specialist unlike any other. While most scavengers seek flesh, this bird has evolved a diet composed almost entirely of bone, up to 90%. Its method is both simple and astonishing. Carrying large bones into the sky, it releases them from heights exceeding 200 feet, shattering them against rocks below. It then descends calmly to consume the fragments, extracting nutrients inaccessible to other species. With a wingspan approaching 9 feet and a wedge-shaped tail that enhances maneuverability, it glides with unmatched elegance. Its chest feathers often glow with a rusty hue, not natural, but deliberately stained by iron-rich dust baths, possibly for signaling or display. In these remote landscapes, the bearded vulture appears less like a bird and more like an ancient force, silent, patient, and enduring. Position number 17. Takahe. For decades, the takahe was considered a ghost of extinction, until its remarkable rediscovery in 1948 rewrote its story. This large, flightless bird, standing about 25 inches tall, is cloaked in vivid shades of cobalt blue and emerald green, with a massive red bill that seems sculpted rather than grown. Native to New Zealand's alpine grasslands, it has traded flight for strength, using powerful legs to navigate rugged terrain with surprising agility. Its feeding behavior is almost methodical. It grips grass stems and slices them with precision, much like a gardener tending a field. Despite its resilience, the takahe remains one of the rarest birds on Earth, with every individual carefully protected and monitored. Its survival is not just a conservation success, it's a reminder that even in a rapidly changing world, nature still holds the power to surprise us. Position number 16. Kiwi. The kiwi is a quiet enigma of the forest floor, a bird that seems to have rewritten the rules of avian biology. Small, round, and covered in hair-like feathers, it resembles a mammal more than a bird. Its long, slender bill, nearly 4 inches in length, ends with nostrils at the very tip, allowing it to detect prey through scent, which is honestly a rare ability among birds. Nocturnal by nature, the kiwi moves silently through the undergrowth, probing the soil for insects and worms with remarkable precision. Its wings are so reduced, they are nearly invisible, rendering it completely flightless. Yet its most astonishing trait lies in reproduction. The egg it lays can reach up to 20% of its body weight, one of the largest ratios in the animal kingdom. In its stillness and strangeness, the kiwi feels less like a bird, and more like a living mystery. Position number 15. Kegu. In the dim, mist-laced forests of New Caledonia, the kegu moves like a whisper given form, quiet, deliberate, almost spectral. Draped in soft gray-blue plumage, it blends seamlessly into the forest's subdued palette, its presence more felt than seen. A delicate crest crowns its head, rising and falling with subtle emotional cues, like a silent language. Unlike most birds, the kagu rarely takes flight, choosing instead to patrol the forest floor in search of insects, worms, and small invertebrates. But when danger approaches, this understated bird transforms dramatically. It spreads its wings wide, revealing striking black and white barring that flashes like a sudden signal, startling predators into hesitation. Even more remarkable, its nostrils can close with specialized valves, preventing debris while foraging. The kagu is not just rare, it is a living relic, a fragile echo of an ancient evolutionary lineage. Position number 14, Greater Bird of Paradise. Deep within the rainforests of New Guinea, the Greater Bird of Paradise turns courtship into a spectacle of pure visual poetry. The male, cloaked in rich maroon and chocolate tones, carries hidden brilliance, long filament-like golden plumes that cascade from his sides like molten sunlight. When the moment arrives, he ascends to a chosen branch and begins a mesmerizing ritual. Hanging upside down, he unfurls his feathers into a radiant, symmetrical fan, shimmering with every subtle movement. Each motion is calculated, each vibration of feather and light designed to captivate the observing female. This is not mere display, it is evolutionary theater where beauty becomes currency, and precision determines survival. The forest itself seems to pause, as if acknowledging the performance. In this world, attraction is not accidental, it is engineered through millions of years of selective refinement. Position number 13, King of Saxony Bird of Paradise. At first glance, the King of Saxony Bird of Paradise appears modest, small, monochrome, almost understated. But then, it reveals one of the most extraordinary adaptations in the avian world. From the back of its head emerge two impossibly long filament-like wires, each tipped with a series of iridescent blue discs that resemble tiny flags suspended in air. These structures are not rigid, they are fully controllable. During courtship, the male lifts, twists, and rotates them independently, creating a hypnotic display of motion that feels almost mechanical in precision. It's as if the bird conducts an invisible orchestra, each movement deliberate and synchronized. Scientifically, this represents an extreme example of sexual selection, where ornamentation evolves beyond practicality into pure signaling. In the dense mountain forests of New Guinea, such a performance feels less biological and more like witnessing something engineered beyond nature itself. Position number 12, Harpy Eagle. Few creatures embody raw predatory power like the harpy eagle, a bird that seems sculpted from the very concept of dominance. Perched high within the Amazon canopy, it appears almost mythological, with a massive frame, slate-gray chest, and a crown of feathers that rise when it becomes alert. Its wingspan, reaching over 6 feet, is impressive, but its true weapons are its talons, some stretching nearly 5 inches long, rivaling those of large terrestrial predators. Unlike soaring eagles, the harpy is built for precision ambush. It weaves through dense forest with explosive force, striking prey such as monkeys and sloths with devastating accuracy. Its grip is so powerful it can crush bone instantly. In ecological terms, it is an apex predator, regulating populations and maintaining balance. In visual terms, it is something far more primal, a living reminder of nature's untamed strength. Position number 11, Great Curassow. Moving through the tropical forests of Central America with quiet authority, The great curassow carries itself like nobility in a hidden kingdom. The male, cloaked in deep black plumage, is crowned with a distinctive crest of curled feathers that seem almost sculptural in form. At the base of its bill rests a vivid yellow knob, glowing like a natural ornament against the dark feathers. Despite its considerable size, nearly 3 feet in length, it moves with surprising calm, foraging along the forest floor for fallen fruits, seeds, and small animals. The female, in contrast, wears intricate patterns of brown and rust, blending seamlessly into the environment. This contrast is not accidental. It is survival through camouflage. As the curassow navigates its domain, it exudes a sense of composure and control, as though fully aware that it is one of the forest's most distinguished inhabitants. Position number 10. Horned guan. In the cloud forests of southern Mexico and Guatemala, where mist drapes the trees like a living veil, the horned guan emerges as a creature of quiet mystery. Its most defining feature is unmistakable, a bright red horn-like structure rising from the top of its bill, giving it an almost mythical appearance. This cask-like protrusion is unique among birds, instantly setting it apart as one of nature's rarest designs. Its plumage is dark and iridescent, shimmering subtly with green undertones, while its white chest provides a striking visual contrast. Despite its unusual look, the horned guan leads a relatively gentle life, feeding primarily on fruits and leaves high in the canopy. Yet, its rarity tells a deeper story. Habitat loss has pushed it to the edge. Encountering one in the wild feels less like observation and more like discovering a legend that somehow still breathes. Position number 9. Rockhopper penguin. If personality could be measured in feathers, the rockhopper penguin would definitely rank among the boldest. Compact yet fiercely energetic, this bird thrives in some of the harshest coastal environments on Earth. Wind-lashed islands, where waves crash relentlessly against jagged stone. Its most striking feature is its vivid yellow crest, sweeping backward like rebellious eyebrows, giving it a permanently defiant expression. Unlike other penguins that waddle, rockhoppers really live up to their name, leaping from rock to rock with surprising agility and determination. Their colonies are anything but quiet, filled with constant calls, disputes, and social interactions that resemble a bustling marketplace. But beneath that chaos lies efficiency. In the water, they transform into streamlined hunters, reaching speeds of up to 15 miles per hour as they chase krill and fish. They are proof that resilience and attitude can coexist in perfect balance. Position number 8. Nicobar pigeon. The Nicobar pigeon looks less like a bird and more like a living gemstone shaped by evolution. Its plumage shimmers with metallic brilliance, layers of emerald green, burnished copper, and deep violet shifting with every change of light. Long, iridescent hackles cascade down its neck like a royal mantle, giving it an almost ceremonial appearance. Yet beneath this beauty lies evolutionary significance. It is the closest living relative of the extinct dodo, offering a rare glimpse into a lost lineage. Native to remote islands and mangrove forests of the Indian Ocean, it prefers isolation, moving quietly through its environment with understated grace. Its white tail contrasts sharply with its luminous body, creating a visual signature unlike any other pigeon. In a world where many species fade into uniformity, the Nicobar pigeon stands as a reminder that nature still creates masterpieces, bold, intricate, and, honestly, unforgettable. Position number 7. Tailor bird. Small in size but extraordinary in skill, the tailor bird is one of nature's most precise architects. Measuring just a few inches in length, this unassuming bird possesses an ability that borders on craftsmanship. It literally stitches leaves together to create its nest. Using plant fibers, spider silk, or fine threads, it pierces leaf edges with its slender beak and pulls them tight, forming a secure cradle hidden within foliage. The result is not random. It is deliberate, structured, and remarkably durable. This behavior represents a fascinating intersection of instinct and engineering, showcasing how evolution can produce complex construction techniques without tools. Found across South Asia, the tailor bird is also known for its surprisingly loud and persistent call, a voice far larger than its body suggests. In every sense, it proves that brilliance is not measured by size, but by ingenuity. Position number 6, Victoria crowned pigeon. Among pigeons, the Victoria crowned pigeon is nothing short of royalty. Towering at nearly 30 inches tall, it is the largest pigeon species on Earth, yet its true magnificence lies in its elegance. Its plumage is a soft, powdery blue, smooth and refined, while atop its head rests a breathtaking crest, a delicate lattice of feathers tipped in white, resembling intricate lace or a finely crafted crown. Each movement is slow and deliberate, as it walks across the forest floor of New Guinea with a grace that feels almost ceremonial. When it spreads its wings, flashes of bright white create a dramatic contrast, enhancing its already regal presence. This bird does not rush, does not startle, it commands attention simply by existing. In a world of ordinary forms, the Victoria crowned pigeon stands apart as a living work of art. Position number 5, Trumpeter swan. Gliding across still northern lakes like a living sculpture of light, the trumpeter swan embodies both power and serenity. With a wingspan stretching close to 8 feet, it is one of the heaviest flying birds on Earth, yet it lifts into the air with surprising grace, its takeoff resembling a slow, deliberate launch of a white glider. Its plumage is a pure, luminous white, contrasted by a sleek black bill that appears almost polished. But its most unforgettable feature is its voice, a deep resonant call that carries across wetlands like the echo of a brass instrument, giving the species its name. Scientifically, these calls reinforce pair bonds and territorial signals. And those bonds are profound. Pairs often remain together for life. Once hunted nearly to extinction, their recovery stands as a quiet testament to resilience, loyalty, and the enduring elegance of wild nature. Position number 4, Ostrich. Ostrich. Towering over the African savanna like a relic of a prehistoric world, the ostrich is a study in evolutionary extremes. Standing up to 9 feet tall and weighing over 300 pounds, it is the largest living bird, yet it has traded flight for unmatched terrestrial speed. With powerful muscular legs capable of propelling it up to 45 miles per hour, it outruns most predators across open landscapes. Its enormous eyes, among the largest of any land animal, provide exceptional vision, scanning the horizon for danger. Though its wings no longer serve flight, they play a critical role in balance and communication, especially during elaborate courtship displays where males fan their black and white feathers in rhythmic, almost theatrical movements. Even its eggs are monumental, the largest of any bird species. In every aspect, the ostrich represents nature's bold reimagining of what a bird can be. Position number 3, Emperor penguin. In the most unforgiving environment on Earth, where temperatures plunge below -40 degrees and winds carve across endless ice, the emperor penguin stands as a symbol of endurance and collective survival. Rising to nearly 4 feet tall, it is the largest of all penguin species, its sleek black and white body accented by warm golden hues along the neck, like embers glowing against the Antarctic cold. But its true strength lies in behavior. During the brutal winter, males cradle a single egg atop their feet, shielding it beneath a fold of skin while enduring months without food. They huddle together in tightly packed formations, rotating positions to share warmth, a living system of cooperation. Yet in water, they transform entirely, diving over 1,800 feet with remarkable efficiency. The emperor penguin is not just adapted to extremes, it thrives within them. Position number 2, barn owl. Emerging silently from the darkness, the barn owl moves like a phantom shaped by precision and instinct. Its pale, heart-shaped face is more than striking. It is a finely tuned acoustic instrument, acting like a parabolic dish. It channels sound directly toward asymmetrical ears, allowing the owl to pinpoint prey with astonishing accuracy, even beneath layers of grass or snow. Its wings, spanning about 3.5 feet, are engineered for silence. Specialized feather edges break up airflow, eliminating the sound of flight almost entirely. In complete darkness, it becomes an invisible hunter, guided not by sight alone, but by sound, mapped in 3 dimensions. Throughout history, its ghost-like appearance has inspired myths and legends, often seen as an omen or spirit. Yet behind that mystery lies pure biological efficiency, a predator evolved to master the unseen world. Position number 1, the purple glossy starling. When sunlight touches the feathers of the purple glossy starling, it doesn't simply reflect, it ignites. Its plumage transforms into a shifting spectrum of iridescent blues, violets and bronzes, the result of microscopic feather structures that bend light itself. This optical phenomenon, known as structural coloration, creates a metallic brilliance that changes with every angle. Its piercing yellow eyes glow with intensity, adding to its almost otherworldly presence. But beauty is only part of its story. Highly intelligent and deeply social, these birds thrive in dynamic groups, communicating through a complex range of whistles, clicks, and mimicry. They adapt effortlessly to both wild savannas and human-altered landscapes, demonstrating remarkable cognitive flexibility. At the top of this list, the starling represents something profound, not just beauty, but adaptability, intelligence, and the dazzling creativity of evolution itself. As you journey through these remarkable birds, something deeper begins to emerge beyond their beauty. Each feather, each color, each behavior tells a story written over millions of years. A story of survival, adaptation, and resilience. These birds are not just visual wonders, they are living evidence of how delicate and interconnected our natural world truly is. In a fast-moving modern world, it's easy to forget that these extraordinary creatures exist quietly, often hidden in remote forests, frozen landscapes, or fragile ecosystems. Yet their presence matters more than we realize. Birds play essential roles in maintaining ecological balance, spreading seeds, controlling pests, and even shaping entire habitats. Without them, the harmony of nature begins to unravel. This video is more than a showcase, it's a reminder that beauty still exists in its purest form, untouched and unfiltered. A reminder that rarity is not just something to admire, but something to protect. Many of these species face threats from habitat loss, climate change, and human activity. And yet, their survival depends not only on scientists or conservationists, but on awareness. When we watch, learn, and share, we become part of something bigger. We help spread appreciation, curiosity, and respect for the natural world. And sometimes, that's where real change begins. So as you watch these birds, let yourself feel that sense of wonder again, the kind we often lose over time, because in that wonder lies something powerful, the desire to protect, to care, and to ensure that future generations can experience the same beauty we see today. If this journey opened your eyes to the beauty and mystery of our planet, don't let it end here. Hit subscribe and join the Top Bananas community for more incredible discoveries from around the world. Share this video with friends and family, because the more people who see it, the more awareness we create for these amazing creatures. And trust me, this is just the beginning. In the next episode, we'll explore even more unbelievable wonders of nature that will leave you speechless. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next adventure on Top Bananas.